I'm Eric Storey. I'm a community volunteer involved in a few projects in the community around gender identity and sexual minority communities, youth and seniors, particularly focused in on the issues surrounding LGBTQ2S+ seniors and safe and inclusive spaces for them. We know that social isolation is a big problem, and we know that this population in particular has experienced a lot of rejection over the past years. And so having places where they know they will be welcomed and where they are free to join in activities is a real boon. It allows a place for socialization to make further connections in the community and better overall health, I think. Inclusion. Well, it's a question of a lot of places when they're starting to think about inclusion, stress tolerance, and there's this spectrum of tolerance, acceptance, welcoming, and affirming. And I think we all know what it's like to be tolerated, and it's not an overly great feeling. So I think that's a good place for people to start, to say you have to be tolerant, to talk to clients and say you have to be tolerant, but to move quickly as far as they can up the ladder to affirming that there's nothing wrong with these people coming, with anybody coming into your facility, and everybody should be welcomed and told that they're great just the way they are. I think intentionality is important. It's one thing to say everybody is welcome and not change any programming, anything at all. But to have intentionality to say we want to outreach to these different communities, advertise to the communities, to take part in Pride Week events, to do other things like that, to signal to the community that you are trying very hard to be inclusive, to build those bridges. And it's a process. It takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it in the end. It can be tough, and I understand a lot of the issues that you faced in the past and that everybody has faced in the past. There are safe places in the community. It sometimes means that you have to put yourself forward just a little bit. And the other thing is about finding a safe space is if a space is truly safe, you don't necessarily have to come out. You just have to participate. Whether you ever want to come out or not is always your choice. But it's really important to start building some bridges, to start building some connections, because it's better for your health. And if you join a seniors association, they will benefit from your experience. You just have to find a way to share your experiences with them, and it will be beneficial to both. Yeah, I think one is that, we're in a very youth-dominant culture, and certainly if you look in the community, you'll see an awful lot of projects focused around queer youth. And sometimes we say, well, there's queer seniors out there as well, and people are sometimes a little bit surprised by that. So it's very important to look after youth, but the other thing is to recognize that everybody can be vulnerable if you hit the right button. Seniors are sometimes not, unless they're physically or mentally frail, they aren't considered to be vulnerable. The truth is, hit the right button and we're all vulnerable. So a little bit more inclusion across the board to say that everybody has challenges and everybody has strengths. And let's try to work on the strengths from everybody in the community. Senior centers are here to service the population in general, and that population includes people of color, queer folks, and so on. I think they benefit from having a more diverse membership.